Hello, College Algebra student. This video is for Chapter 7.3, Solve 3x3 Systems of Equation. So we did one example. Well, actually, we did two examples, one by substitution and one by elimination. We're at this point where we are going to do the second example of elimination, but we notice that something is strange because we have the first equation with x, y, z equal to 5, and the second x also x, y is equal to 14, but the third one doesn't have x. So x is not there. That means x has been eliminated. So that's good news. That means somehow if you eliminate x, you would have an equation of y and z. And so you don't have to eliminate x twice. So it's a little quicker. So you would say, I am going to eliminate x because one of the equation already has x gone. So your goal is to get rid of x from these two pairs. Right? So how to get rid of x? So this is 2x. If I multiply this by -2, that would be good, right? So let's say -2 times x plus 3y plus z equal to 14. So this becomes -2x minus 6y minus 2z equal to -28. And I'm going to add it to 2x to equation 1 plus y minus z equal to 5. If I add this 2, you can see the x goes away. I have minus 5y minus 3z is equal to -23. Okay, so this is my 4. And then this should be my 5 because x is already gone, so I don't have to do the second pair. So if you see any case where one of the variable is gone, then that would be one of your 2x2 system. So let's gather 4 and 5 together. So and then you can see that actually there's something fishy over here. You can see that they're opposite to each other already, so that's really good. So this is my 5 and 4 and 5. I have this 2x2. I have to solve them, but they have already opposite. If I add them, I have 0 equal to 0. This is always true. In always true situation, the solution is the line already. So you can say 5y plus 3z equal to 23 is a solution. But I need a solution that is x, y, z, right? Where does x go? So then you can say, well, x, so that means I can solve for y with z. So you say 5y is 23 minus 3z, if you minus 3z. So whenever you see is, if you put in y, you put in z here, you can find y. So y would be 23 minus 3z over 5. So this is y, one section of y. So y is this, z is z. And what about x? So let's use one of the equation up here, 2x plus y. Oh, well, maybe I'll use the second one. X plus 3y plus z equal to 14. Back substitute. 2x, back substitute. X plus, oh, what is it? X plus 3y plus z. Is equal to 14. Right? So I can use it to solve, right? Plus, what is y? Y is 3 times of this 23 minus 3c over 5 plus c, and is equal to 14. So x would equal to x 14 minus 3 times 23 over 5, right? And then plus 9z. So basically you multiply this here, multiply in 9z, and then you add it over here over 5 plus 1z. So what is x? X is, if you do the common denominator, that would be 70 minus 3 times 23. Oh, That's 1. That's 1 over 5 plus 9z over 5, so 14z over 5. Right. Okay, it's because 23 times 3 is 69, 69 over 5, and this is 70 over 5, so that is here. So the answer would be, your x would be 1/5 plus 14z over 5. Y is 23 minus 3z over 5. Z is z. So everything is in terms of z. If you plug in z equal to 0, you get the other one. You plug in, so there's dependent system. So it is not a independent system. You don't get one solution. So you get, so sometimes you can solve it in terms of x, you can solve it in terms of y, you can solve it in terms of z. But when you write the equation, when you write your solution, you write it all in terms of the same variable. If you want to write in terms of x, it would be x, comma, something of x, something of x. You want to write it as z, you would have z here, then whatever z, whatever z. So the last thing we want to do is application of 3x3 system. Again, we are going to do the investment problem. So again, we know interest is principal times interest rate times time, PRT, right? So this is, in this time, the investor is splitting the investment into 3 types of investment vehicle. One is 8%. So let's say X, go to the 8%. Y amount of money go to the 6%. Z go to the 4%. But because they're all coming from 24,000, so you say X plus Y plus Z is 24,000. And then what is the interest? So interest for 8% will be 0.08x plus 0.06y, because this is paying 6%, plus 0.04 times z is equal to the total annual. So that means one year, so it's 1520. Again, this one has decimal, so I'm going to do an xx plus 6y times 100, right? Plus 4z equal 152,000, 152,000. So the first is 24, and this is like that. So this is equation 1. This is equation 2. We need one more. The amount deposited in the 8% account is twice the amount in the 6%. So this is twice as much. So x is twice of y. Okay, so we have these 3 equations. So what's the best way to do? I think by substitution. So substitute, oh no, 2y, twice is 2y. Gosh. So whenever I see x, I just put 2y. So I would have 2y plus z equal to 24,000. That means 3y plus z equal to 24,000. This, in this case, we have 8 times 2y plus 6y plus 4z equal to 152,000. So that means 16y plus 6. Oh no, 16y plus 6y plus 4z equal to 152,000. 22y plus 4z equal to 152,000. So this is my 4 and this is my 5. So I'm going to rewrite it. Oh, not enough space. So do I have enough space to do them? So 3y plus z equal to 24,000. 22y plus 4z equal to 152,000. So you have to solve this. What's the best by multiplying -4? So I would have -4y minus 4z equal to 24 times 4 is what? Times 4. negative 96,000. Add with 22y plus 4z equal to 152,000. So I would have only y left over. 22 minus 4 is 18y. Is equal to 152 minus 96, 56,000. Divided by 18. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I think I have a mistake here. 3 times 4 should be negative 12, right? So this should be 10, right? So be 10y. So y would be 5,600. And then if you plug it back into here, so z would be so I would plug it back here 3y, right? So it would be 24,000 minus 3 times 5,600. So z is 24,000 minus 3 times 5,600. So it'll be 72. 7,200. Right? So x would be, let's see, use this space, not enough space. X would equal to back substitute, right? Back substitute. XYZ is 24,000. So you would say 24,000 minus 5,600 minus 7,200. So that would be 24,000 minus 5,600 minus 7,200. That's 11200. 1200. So you invest, so do the answer here. For the 8% is X, right? Is 11200. 6% is Y, is 5,600. 4% is Z, is 7,200. So it's basically by substitution. So that is all of 7.2.